Hey everybody, it's Thursday morning here in Cypress, Texas. So I did my workout already. I'm just gonna go do my run. Did arms today. 3 sets of 25 pull-ups in a row, and it's kind of drizzly right now. Kind of rain. So I was gonna do a quick run and get going, but um, I'll tell you what, it's amazing how your mind works. And if you're not ready to hear something, it don't get in. Or even read it. If you're not ready to pick it up, you don't get it. That's why I do what I do. I've been doing this kind of stuff. I've read, The Magic of Thinking Big, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I've read Think and Grow Rich. Every book ever written by J. Paul Getty, and How to Win Friends and Influence People 4 times each. I just finished reading Think and Grow Rich for the 5th time, and I got something I'd never got before. All right, out of it. Isn't that something? So here I am, 22 days in the month, and you know what Matthew chapter 6 is? It's the Lord's Prayer. Right? And it got me to think about something. So I did a class today on your wealth and health. Okay. And so I'm talking to a bunch of guys. They don't have, they're single. They're either never been married or they're divorced. They got kids, but their kids are grown. Right? And they're like, they don't need money. They don't need to save anything. They don't need insurance. Right? And I'm like, the glory's coming. Right? And I'm like, so yesterday I boned up on all the people, all the characters that I'm having for my imaginary council of advisors. And that's the first one is Daniel Boone. I'm related to Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone was a warrior. He was in the French and Indian War, the Revolutionary War, and then he found the Cumberland Gap and guided pioneers like Abraham Lincoln's father into the Ohio River Valley. And then he became the first governor and judge in the Tennessee, Kentucky area. Okay. And so then I'm related to him. So he's on my board of advisors. My 11 generations back, my great grandmother was Daniel Boone's aunt, his mother's sister. And then so then I got Moses. I figured Moses wrote the law. Daniel Boone was a judge. It'd be, good to have them on the same, board of advisors with me. I had J. Paul Getty. And then Solomon and King David. There's so many parallels between the things that happened in Getty and King David's life. It's like uncanny, the parallels between the two of them. And of course, he was the wealthiest American for quite a few years, up until Bill Gates. Bill Gates took him out as the wealthiest American that ever lived. And so he held that position for a long time. And then his best friend in real life was Jack Dempsey. And Jack Dempsey, actually, I put Jack Dempsey on my imaginary board of advisors last time without ever knowing that. Didn't find it out till I read his book, Chief Getty's book, As I See It. Found out he was a man of faith. He believed in God deeply, Christian man. And then who else? Kit Carson. So I boned up about Kit Carson yesterday. We were about the same size, and we were about the same size. And he was a real, humble guy, soft-spoken. And I read books found a lot of books that were written about him were fiction. Like he said, like every time he killed a man, he put a brass tack in the butt of his pistol. That's all fiction. That's all made up. And so I did that yesterday, right? Oh yeah, Hammurabi, the guy that created the rules for money. He didn't create money, but he made the rules for money. And I figure him and Solomon and his rules were based around money, the use of money, and were pretty much the template for Moses' law. Except Moses' law pertained to, basically took the laws that Hammurabi, Hammurabi's rules, applied to money, and applied those rules to God, and blessings and anointing and all that, but applied it, that were written for money, and applied that to those spiritual things. All right. So with that said, so here I am. I'm reading, I did a workshop today with these guys. So here's what I'm catching. Yeah, you can discount everything that I'm teaching you, of how the world works when it comes to money, finance, insurance. You can discount all that. But what did you replace it? But God already wrote it. And you see how we just were teaching on it yesterday. All right, how things go. If you die, the way their system was set up, you die, all right, and you're in the same house with your brother, you and your wife in the same house as your brother's supposed to marry your wife. And if they have a kid, that kid gets your inheritance. Oh, that means you need to leave an inheritance. All right? Yeah. A little detail there. Right? And then, whoever can be trusted with little can be trusted with much. Whoever can't be trusted with the little things can't be trusted with the greater things. All right? There's a parallel here, right? If you squander your money, and I have, what are you going to do with the treasures of God, the supernatural treasures of God? Okay? And so, if you ain't got it, God offers redemption. God offers you freedom. So, wherever you're at right now, you have the power to change and make those adjustments. And those patterns, those disciplines that you learn in the world can convert to the spiritual. All right. And that's what I got to say today. Have a good one.